Hello students, I'm Dr. Manisha Sinha Buddhiraja, your faculty for ENT, and with me today is Dr. Sapna Negi, who has achieved a phenomenal rank of 9 in the recently held INI-CET May 2024. So congratulations, Sapna, and we feel so happy for you from the entire team of Marrow and from all our viewers. Congratulations. How is the feel? Were you expecting this?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I still can't believe this that I have got a single digit rank. I never thought of it, but my batchmates used to always motivate me that you have to get a single digit rank. You have to make name of our college, and I always used to say, how can I do that?
So everybody had belief in you that you will do this.
Yeah, everyone believed me and in me, but I never believed that I reality I never got that.
So which college do you belong to?
Government Doon Medical College, Dehradun.
And is it your first attempt?
Yeah, this is my first attempt.
So you must be a topper throughout.
Yeah. I was a topper in first three profs, and I was second rank in final prof.
No wonder all your friends were expecting, and you are being too modest to say that no, you did not believe that you will be getting this. So please walk us through your journey and tell us what made you get this rank so that our viewers also can get the tips and they can also reach the place where you are today.
Yeah.
What was your primary source of preparation? What plan did you have? Tell us everything.
So my primary source of information was always this Marrow, and I'm very thankful to Marrow because I couldn't get this rank because without Marrow. I started with the Marrow from starting of my third year, and I started with the third year subjects only because first and second year subjects I thought that I had read them pretty good, and I'll read them after my final prof. So for that time I thought that I focus on third year subjects only because I have to make them strong. So I finished.
So you are a Plan C user.
Yeah,
You are
I
Plan C
bought
user.
plans. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I watched the main videos of ENT, PSM, and Ophtha in my third year only, and I watched some of the endocrine videos of medicine in my third year. And my strategy was that I used to watch the videos, and then side by side I used to solve the Q bank. And after I was done with the subject, I used to solve the PYQs of that subject. So
Yes, and
I was
I would just like to interrupt here. Dr. Sapna also told me before starting this interview, that she had a very special strategy when she was viewing the videos. She always did the questions first. We would like to hear it from you, Dr. Sapna. Tell us.
Yeah, I used to solve the because I was always fond of solving the questions. I used to solve the questions first, then videos, and then I used to resolve the questions, and like this I resolve the questions many times.
So when you solved the question the first time and then you saw the videos and then solved the questions again, what difference did it make in doing the same questions after seeing the videos?
Yeah, I was better at analyzing the questions after that. After watching the videos, I used to think of the question before watching the videos. I used to just see the question and guess that yeah, ye ho sakta hai, ye ho sakta hai. And after watching the video, I used to analyze the question that this is asking this, and this might be the answer. And I used to rule out the options, and I practiced like this for 3 years, and then I started.
So I think that is a very nice strategy. When you see the questions first, at least you know what is important in that topic and what are the questions that are asked and what you are supposed to know. So that I think increases your concentration when you're listening to the videos, right?
Yes, and even if and after that, after solving the question, I used to read the explanation in detail, even if I knew that explanation, because you tend to forget this by time, and if you know and you read it then you try to reinforce it in your mind, so it retains for a long time.
So by what time did you finish all your videos? You started in third year and then all you watched all the videos, you did all the PYQs, you did all the question banks. So by what time did you finish the entire thing in the first
Yeah.
time?
I finished all the Q banks at the last of my by the last of my final prof. By the last of my final prof, I did all the Q banks and PYQs. I left some of the pre and paraclinical videos. I finished that by starting off my internship. That period when the prof completes and internship starts. In that period, I finished the pre and paraclinical subject videos. And
So
in
this
my
means
internship,
that by the beginning of internship, you were done with all the videos, all the question bank, and all the PYQs.
yes. And after that, that was just a revision after this thing.
Great. So, can you tell me which were some of your favorite subjects and some of your favorite faculties from Marrow?
Yeah, Rebecca ma'am, biochem was my favorite, and you ENT subject Manisha ma'am, so favorite. Hey, you are the best. And then surgery, Rohan sir was also my favorite, and PSM Mukmohit sir, he was also
Wow,
good.
great,
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, so tell me, Sapna, that when you finished everything before internship, what did you do in your internship then? How did you revise
Uh,
everything? Because reading is important. Equally important is to remember. Yes. So, how did you make sure that you remembered everything that you had finished?
yeah, I my plan C expired from the starting of my internship, so I switched to plan B. I used to solve 200 questions daily, 100 custom modules daily. And I also used to like I used in the morning I used to read any subject topic. Then I used to solve the Q bank of that topic. Then I used to solve the PYQs of of that subject from which the topic was it. And then I used to solve 200 MCQs, 100 custom modules, two custom modules daily.
Okay, so
I
the
made sure
topic you
that
read from where? You read the topics from the pulse or from the explanations or from your notes. From where did you read the topic?
from my notes, I read from my notes only. And like I started with one subject. First, I completed all the minor subjects for revision. I used to read in the morning. I had this time limit that इतने दिन में ही खत्म करना है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I used to I used to read at my ease only. As me, I was not like that ki I have to finish in this time only. But yeah, I made sure that I am consistent with my this thing. I never left, and there was not a single day when I the left solving the questions because
Okay, so every day you made it a point to read some topics, do the question bank of that particular topic, as well as do custom modules, which was a mixture of all the topics so that you can revise the other things also.
yeah,
So, like by INI set, how many revisions were you through?
I think I had 3 or 4 revisions before this exam.
And the last revision just before INI set took you how much time?
Just before INI in the last 3 months, I was not able to read anything. Okay, I planned many things for last 3 months, and surprisingly, last 3 months were just like because I felt sick in the last 3 months, so I could
Oh,
not complete this like I planned. But I saw, but still I knew that solving the questions would make me make me reach there. So I always had this thing ki, whenever I felt like I don't want to read, I just solve the questions. And that's all.
okay, so even when you were not well, you made it a point that you have to the questions. You don't have to break your discipline of just keep going and continuing.
Yeah.
Okay, so like tell us some ways by which, because in the last year that was your internship, this is your first attempt. So in internship, you mainly use the question banks and your notes. Yes, so can you tell us some special features which you used in the app? Because there are so many features in the app, Marrow app, and most of the students do not know how to use it. So can you tell if anything that you use, the schema or the custom modules you already told you use, the pulse, and how they can also use it for the best of benefit?
I didn't use the schema because I came to knew about schema to know about schema only at the last of my internship, so I didn't use the schema. But I used custom modules. I used to solve the custom modules of the subject which were weak for me, like FMT, biochem. I used to solve these modules daily, and side by side that 200 question module was different thing. And Pulse, I didn't used to read from Pulse, but yeah, I covered that with question explanation. In the explanation, I like this thing of Marrow, that they have Pulse attached to the question explanation, so the Pulse get covered by the time you cover all the questions and read the explanations in detail.
So till the end also, when you were doing the questions, you were reading all the explanations?
Most of the explanations, I think. Only I left those in which I was confident enough.
Okay, and tell us, how many grant tests did you give? When did you start giving the grant test? What was your strategy of reviewing the grant test?
I started giving grant tests from middle of my final year. And I think in the first grant test, I got a triple digit, like some 900 or something rank. And my batchmates said that, wow, तेरी तो बहुत अच्छी rank आई है. And where I started getting 2-digit rank from end of my final year. And I started getting 1-digit rank from mid of my internship.
That's
So
great. And what was your rank in the INI-CET mock?
it was 15, I think, because I was sick at that time. So it was 15.
Okay, so it is so very, very near to what you actually, which means that you somewhere inside in your heart, you must be knowing that, yes, I will be somewhere around this rank.
I expected under 50. I told my brother that I'm going to get under 50, and he said that if you get under 50, I'll be shocked.
Okay, so did you use the GT graph analytics for seeing which subjects you are weak in, where you need more improvement?
Yeah, I really didn't analyze that that graph, but yeah, after the results, I used to filter out the wrong questions and see the explanations of wrong questions in detail, and I used to analyze that why it is getting wrong, and when I need to work. And in the correct questions, I used to review the correct questions very fast, and only those correct questions which I thought I made that correct by guess, so I used to see the explanation of those questions only.
Which
And
means that the
my
GT
graph
score
was
is very.
analyzed. Yeah, my graph was analyzed by my seniors, my PG, especially Ashutosh was, and he used to say that, okay, your graph is going very stable, and you are going to get the rank. I said, okay.
It means you really had a very close group of wonderful friends with you. Yes, so that is
Yeah.
also very, very important. So, which means you gave the grand test and you reviewed the grand test that day itself. And while reviewing the grand test, all that you were sure that you were correct, you knew it, you did not review them, but yes, which you had guessed or maybe which were wrong, you went through them thoroughly. And
Yeah.
how frequently did you give the grand test?
I didn't left even a single grant test after I started giving a grant test, and I
That
think
was twice a month,
yeah,
twice a month, once in every
yeah,
15 days.
yeah, twice a month.
Okay.
And I gave grant test on Sundays mostly, and on Monday there was a result, and I used to review on Monday only.
Great, great. And the notes that you told that in during your internship, you mainly revised from your notes. So did you make those notes or did you use the Marrow notes?
No, these were pre-made notes from Marrow because I was not very fond of making notes.
So
So
did
I
you
did.
add everything, whatever you felt was required, what was missing there in that itself, so that you have one place to revise from?
Yeah, I added many things to them from various sources.
Okay. So if I tell you, if I ask you that if you had to give your NEET after INI-CET, if at all, let us. So, what would be your strategy for preparation in this last time? How would you have gone about preparing for NEET?
I think I would have solved only questions and questions and questions because I don't get interest in reading and watching now. I am only fond of solving questions. So I would solve just questions all the time, I think.
Yes, I think that is very important. Once you have cleared your concepts through the videos and through reading once, what matters is whether you will be able to reproduce it when the questions are asked or not. And when you're
Yeah.
doing the questions again, you revise all those things and you see that whether your concept is clear or not. Wonderful. And what tip will you like to give to your students? When should they actually start preparing? Because you started quite early, and I think that gives you a leverage that you're not in tension, and when you're not in tension, you can actually enjoy the journey. So yes, tell your students, tell your juniors how they can go about so that they can reach their goal also, and at the same time enjoy their journey also.
Yeah, I think the most important thing in this journey is consistency. Because if you can't make that consistency, you can't retain all the things. All 19 subjects you can't retain. I told my juniors that you can't retain all the 19 subjects, all the topic in your mind, and if and it doesn't matter even if you don't retain, because as long as you solve the questions, you get used to it, and even if you don't know the answer of that question, you have that subconscious instinct within you that this might be the correct answer, because you are used to solve those questions very frequently.
Okay, and so you mainly want the students to start early and to do the questions as much
Yeah,
as they can.
because I think that output is more important than input. You keep giving input and no output, then this is useless. Because I
And Sapna, one thing what we all usually see is that when everybody starts, they start with a lot of enthusiasm, and the goal and the dream for everybody is the same. But to maintain that discipline, that consistency, what do you require? Like what from within kept you going that every single day, even when you were not well, you did it. So what made you continue this with so much of love?
I think the motivation of my batchmates, my juniors and my seniors, that was the best thing. Because I felt that नहीं मुझे नहीं करना, and I used to think that यार seniors तो इतना सोचते हैं कि ये करेगी मेरे batchmates को इतना लगता है, and I used to think that उनके लिए करना है, parents के लिए करना है. So that was the motivation for me.
So yes, you need to have a good circle of friends also. Great, great. And the last question: what subject are you going to take?
I think radio.
Great, amazing. So all the best for a very beautiful and a very bright future, Dr. Sapna. Thank you so much for your time, and we are really very, very proud of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.